for a friend of mine. He's an artist I've been following for a while now. He has this really neat style, a really amazing job at pen and line art. And so I'm drawing his character Eddie the Bear as a Sohei warrior monk because I wanted to. And he's totally on board with the idea, and he loves this sketch, how it looks. So, yeah. So I already earlier today got through the line art and the shading, at least, pre-rushing. So I want to get to the coloring now. So how these characters usually look is they go usually with like a white and black color scheme to the outfit, which is probably what I'm going to follow mostly as well. Let me just put some good some references. Whoops. There we go. Have that open because getting set up. And yeah. Oh, speaking of getting set up, some kind of well background noise there for myself. All right. So these Sohei warrior monks. One of the most famous ones is Benkei from that famous legend, whatnot, often remade in video games. Yeah, so I'm going with that kind of look, that kind of color scheme, and trying to make it work best for this bear character. Interestingly, the character hasn't been fully colored by the artist before, because like I said, he goes mostly ink drawings, and so I don't have a really good reference for what kind of brown he's going to be. So this is first time he's going to be colored fully. So hopefully he likes the color choice I make. So yeah, we'll start with the garbs. Have the head wrap, which sometimes can come with the forehead protector, sometimes it doesn't. It depends. Um, I add the forehead protector, so I thought it'd be a neat touch, kind of to go along more with the armor. But more references I see kind of don't have it. It's very optional. And then again, so the idea for drawing this guy actually did come from something. Like the artist actually did suggest kind of recreating that fight scene with our characters, with his character as Benkei and my character being gosh, I forgot what the guy's name is. Oh, Yoshitsune. Um, like my Wolfsky character being that, white dog. Um, so what was I going? Oh yeah, we decided on that like not years, wait, way longer than I was gonna say. A few months back, and I was gonna draw up, life happens and whatnot, so I couldn't really get to it. So I felt, but now I was thinking about it a while back. This sketch is actually maybe a few weeks old or so. Just kind of had it rattling around my computer, and I was like, "Oh crumbs, I need to finish that." And yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so gonna be working on. Okay, so I drew the sketch just to kind of give them an idea, like, okay, this is what I have in mind for how your character's gonna look. I have no idea what I'm gonna do for my character. Sometime I'll do it because I don't have a lot of experience drawing action scenes, which I really need to address soon. Also, I haven't really drawn many, what was I gonna say? I've drawn many comics on live stream, which is kind of interesting. I just really like doing characters a lot, like this one. It's probably gonna add, nah, okay. I also gonna probably work on a background too tonight for this character, for this picture. Again, probably going with that bridge look. Probably should give him all the weapons on the back, but then again, a lot of weapons to draw. Like check that out. But yeah, it's neat. So I just wanted to go with the simple Naginata as the only weapon. Yeah, we'll see. So, okay, checking it out here. To be a white, I don't know if I want to go how my color I want it to be highlighted in. Let's see here. Yep. Did I expand the... Yes, I did, okay. Why was I not getting that bit there? There we go. Oh, strange. Alright. So I'm thinking that'll be the color for inner garb. Oh, that's why I'm in the wrong layer. Whoopsies, 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 whoopsies. I didn't even make the layer for the paint. Whoops. Okay. Oh, that was a moment for me. Alright. There we go. That part's still cut up, actually. Yeah. Okay. Get a magic wand tool and just kind of get that tiny bit here. There. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out if I want to go with a yellow accent or maybe a blue accent. The problem with the blue is that it's very noticeably blue, because that's, you know... Like this here kind of blue bit there, but I think it more often kind of goes up more like creamish gray, very, very light on the green, but definitely go more with the gray. Let's go what I had before, but just make sure it's really, really subtle, any kind of color. You know, like a parchment color, you know, or, you know, undergarb color. The bits here are supposed to be armor, and you need to do the lines there. So there's armor underneath this top robe bit. A lot of references I see of this character they really love making it more intricate, which is totally fine, and I was gonna see what I could do there, but I really just want to get something simple done for my friend, kind of just to, because I really felt bad that I kind of forgot about that idea, and he did too for a bit, so, you know, because life happens and all that. You know, when it comes to Japanese historical figures, they really love reimagining them in all sorts of crazy ways. In case in point, Sengoku Basara. I mean, that's just, oh man, if you wanted to see Japanese history through the filter of high fructose corn syrup and Monster Energy, there you go. Okay. Just a crazy as hell thing. I've really been meaning to watch more of that show, just out of interest, like just then somewhat morbid curiosity. A friend of mine was into it for a while, but then he got a bit exhausted from it as well because, oh boy, is that. I mean, it feels like it was made in the 90s almost, like not 90s Japan, but 90s United States, just because of how crazy extreme it got. Just like, to the point where I imagine it was self-parody, but it's been a while, so yeah. But it was crazy. Not entirely sure how. Yeah. How I should get this robe. It's supposed to be a black. I'm leaning towards black and blue-ish. Woo! What am I doing? Oh, there you go. Oh, I'm not expand that layer. I guess I didn't. Like, yeah, I didn't. Okay. I think that's what I'm going for. Okay. Don't know what I'm gonna do for the armor color. I kind of need to see. Might go with like a reddish blue, maybe subtle blue, very subtle blue, but different from the robe, and then add the red as an accent color. Maybe something like that ish. All right. I definitely want to go for a subtle red to the tie here. Ooh! Forgot that I can do that. It's always a surprise. When I hold shift and use the scroll on the mouse, it does that, and it's like, what? Okay. I need to work on the details of the armor. It's not like too crazy, but I made sure to go with like the basic lines. Not well, I shouldn't really say it like that. So I just need to cover up these bits that the paint tool missed. Don't know how I missed that little bit on the line there. Alright, got distracted by that. Let's see. Oop, that's not right. I should finish it there. That's normal, but I can't be sure. I always think of how like my way of going about things is abnormal. At least abnormal, and I don't know how to do them very well. But who knows? Honestly, still everything's practice. Ooh, okay. There's another corner I missed. Like really tiny little things here. Just kind of make sure it looks good. I really like the magic wand tool, but it can be really finicky at other instances. Alright. Wait, where was I doing? Oh, armor, right, okay. Get the color down first. I kind of... Yeah, alright. Alright, let's see how this works. Okay, let me try going a bit brighter, but also a bit grayer. No, not back to that. Okay. And that's kind of had before. Ooh. How to get the right subtlety to a color that is supposed to be a mix with gray. Or never like a silver metallic or something, but just because in my mind it always pops out what colors mixed in with the gray more than the gray. Ugh. How it gets too bright. It's the battle I go through almost every time. Alright. Okay. I'll go with that for now, but I want to see how I can... I want to get another layer for the armor details. And also probably clothing creases as well. I want to get the pen out again. Alright. I need to go with my pen here. A time with line arts. Alright, so we got... I'll try to make sure these lines are evenly spaced enough between each plate of armor, too. Bottom rung is a bit longer than the other... a bit wider than the other ones. Bits. That line looks really bad there. Okay. Okay. So far the stream has been a mix of J-pop and American jazz standards. Half coincidence, half just iTunes making a really random shuffle, but okay. That came out really weird. I don't know why I said it like that. Okay. He's got the last laugh now. Oops, okay. Before this, I was listening to a lot of 80s dance pop. This fills me with so much energy. Okay, wait, I think, let me see here. Maybe I give it too many lines, I'm not sure exactly. Let's see. That's a neat mech design. Alright. I haven't seen that pop up in Google Images yet. Uh, Alright. Well, back to the J-pop again. Imagine considering how much of that I have on my playlist, the odds are pretty decent. Alright. Yeah, I think I made those lines too long. That's a bit easier. Well, looks kind of off the... I'm sure the bit at the bottom is a bit wider, but... Okay, I'm gonna do this bit here. Moment in my brain where as soon as I said armor underneath, I just felt like inserting that into the, like transitioning into the lyrics to Black Beatles. I don't know why. I have been listening to that song a bit lately. Lyrically, it's very eh, but I do like the production on that song. I like the beat. Not much else. Okay. Guess I got that in my layer 6. Let me get the tool there. I like getting the color on first before getting into the face details, because I don't have to have the magic tool go around the details, and then when I have to erase them, I have bits missing in the color from where the lines were. Oops. Okay. Ooh, I missed that bit there. Ooh, what the? Don't know those. Yeah, I definitely need to color those back in. Alright. Yeah, I missed some here. And of course, I missed that bit between the fingers. Always trying to clean up around the lines. I always if I use a thicker line, but I like using the length, the width I use. I use a 4 point on the mapping pen for lines. If you guys know a better um, pen width or pen type to go with, let me know. Happy to try new things. This is just the one I started using. I've been using it ever since because like, oh, this works for me. And since I usually make my pictures have and mini comics go with a max, well, at least one max dimension of because best for DeviantArt, I think, from what I read, uh, 1,280 pixels on one side as like the max side. This is even all around. Um, I just found like the 4 point mapping pen works best for that. Is how I use it. It does come with the side effect of me not getting these lines as thick as I want to. That might be because of my from applying. Okay. Might come back to this though. That line in particular was kind of bothering, but I'll probably notice more as like color that there. I was like, oh wow, that's not thick enough. That's kind of faded looking, like this one. Oh gosh, I've opened the can of worms, haven't I? I suppose I do it at some point. Oh, it came out. I don't know why my lines were so faded. All right. I'll add the accents to the armor in a bit. All right. Ooh. Oh, okay, I missed a bit there. Okay. I still make the line with the on the blade because yeah, it's on the sketch, but I forgot to add in that line down there for okay. Boy, oops. Fun flares. All right, so got that there. Oops. Well, I didn't need to save anyway. There we go. I'm trying to make a silver. If I get too white or too gray or too off from like the absolute left side, and I get a bit of the color, I get too much of the color, it's just it's a struggle. All right. Probably end up adding another color there for like the on the other like once I get that line in down the center there. All right. Get the headbands. Okay, so this is white. Like the garb is white. They're gonna go for a darker color for the metal of the headbands. Tiny bit there. Okay, I like that. Sets it apart from the. I didn't want from the rest of the head wrap. I didn't want it to blend and be like too close to the fabric. All right, let me make sure I get that line there because I forgot it. Oops. I see. I can just get that. Here we go. All right. Make sure I can do a clean swipe through the blade here. No promises. Just attempts. All right. Ah. I'm gonna get place to tip my pen at some point. Hmm. Golly. Also, new episode of Samurai Jack tonight if you're watching this live. Looking forward to it. It's gonna center around Ashi, the former assassin ninja gal, are the daughters of Aku, who are now just the daughter of Aku. Well, not anymore because she pretty much renounced that, which kind of came quick, like just one episode and one montage. She's like, "Oh yeah, this crap, not doing that anymore." I mean, she's right, you know, but still, I felt that was a bit rushed. Um, can you get this bit more? Yeah. Probably the base. Okay, let me try. Drat. The magic wand tool, another part that kind of comes along with it, is that annoying bar right there. It makes trying to grab those little bits of the misses on the initial grab, like the little corners when I try to do that, like that bar comes up, I have to figure out how to click around it to get the bits I'm missing. I guess we should see, you know, Ashi trying to save Jack, who was carried away. I'm just making spoilers, actually, for people who haven't watched it to that far yet, since last episode. Whoopsie, sorry about that. Please forgive me, I got a little ahead of myself there. Whoops, 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 where am I? Okay. Okay. Purple teardrops I cry, it's so never pride. Whoops, got the lyrics wrong there. This is my favorite mix of this song. I much prefer the Moto Blanco mix. Check that out on YouTube, it's really good. Very, very, very danceable disco beat. I love it. Love this song. Can't stand the video. Truth be told, oh, of Gaga's videos, my least favorite is the paparazzi one. Way too creepy. No offense, no offense, no offense, no offense. I still love her, adore her, but that's just not my video. Like the song, not the video. Might adjust the color layer on that. Alright. I don't know what color to make the sandals. Always need to decide that. Let's see if I can try figuring out a good color for the actual bear. Alright, let's see here. What's here? What's here? Grabbing my bit. Oh, rats. Forgot me. Before I forget, I want to get that bit of the Naginatas handle. Or, not handle. Grip. Oh, that's a grip. Sorry. Let's see here. You get that there. It's over here, and I'm missing that bit of the finger, of course. Yeah. That's probably just the shading, too. So that goes. Oh, she's also voiced by Tara Strong, who voices everyone. At least half the people. The other half of the people are voiced by Great Isle, who I adore. I mean, I just really love the character she, like how she portrays her characters. And she's actually in Samurai Jack, the new season. She is the, not one of the, she's part of that cult of the Daughters of Aku, but she's not one of the ninja girls. She's the head matriarch character. I forgot what the character's name is. But she does a great job on that one. She like she's really good doing like the sinister villainous characters, like Mandy from Billy and Mandy. Oh, of course, Azula from Avatar: Last Airbender, and she brings that to this character who don't know how much the character's gonna do in the story now. She did appear a bit in flashback. Well, not flashback, like kind of whether or not they were hallucinations or psychic projections. I'm not sure. Samurai Jack's really vague about that. At least this season's really vague if it's a hallucination or magic thing. Where's it going with this? Oh, yeah, great voice acting performances. Yeah, so Tara Strong's Ashi. And then I was thinking recently, they brought back Ben 10, but not like the Ben 10 show from like the mid 2000s, but a reimagining reboot or whatever buzzword they're using now. So it's like it's Ben 10 finding Omnitrix on vacation with his cousin Gwen and Grandpa, and strictly, well, not strictly, but pretty much comedic remake, which is, well, as you can tell, I was never really the biggest Ben 10 fan. I did watch a lot of the first series, but I kind of stopped after that. I didn't watch the follow-ups like Ben 10 Omniverse of Ben 10. Like there were at least like 3 others of varying qualities from what I hear. I think the last one kind of ended on a very not great note. Not story-wise, but like reception-wise. Like people were not having it because it went way too far in the comedic bit. It also had like a really off-putting art style, which this new reboot kind of has as well. But I'll get to that in a minute. So what was I going with this? Oh, right, so Ben 10, okay. I really lost my train of thought there. What was I going for? It's gonna loop around, believe me it does. It comes back. This brown's a bit closer to the Nesquik rabbit brown than I was kind of hoping for, but we'll see. Ugh. That trying to be a bit darker. Like I said, to Nesquik Rabbit. Okay. Right, so okay. But I did like that first Ben 10 mostly. There were some bits I didn't care for, really. Um, Loved the intro. Dang, is that a really good track? The intro track to the first Ben 10. Then it started to get weird. They started to get kind of a bit darker, and I was like, okay, I'm fine with it still. Then after that, they did time jump, and they got all teenagery and stuff, and I was like, not into it. And so revamp, and that, and then they got to this reboot now. A really kiddie art style, and so they're going like the first Ben 10 had that bit of drama to it, but now this new one they're going full on comedy, which is not great. And also, I don't know, visually it reminded me a bit of at least the pace of the animation. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was like for like a hot minute there was a new Scooby-Doo on Cartoon Network last year or so. I forgot that the title was. It was very forgettable. It was kind of cute, but it had a really ugly art style, like not very radically different from like the Scooby-Doo's before. There been a lot of Scooby-Doo's, gosh darn it. Talk about your long runner. And okay, so but it didn't go well, and it was like again, it went way more comedic because Cartoon Network's really, yeah, Cartoon Network's really going for comedic shows. It's been trailing that way for the last couple years, and it's been mixed, and I really place a lot of the blame on Teen Titans Go and the success of that dead, rotting fish of a show. Not happy about it. And that's of course one of the symptoms of that. So now they're doing that with Ben 10, like they did with Powerpuff Girls, taking a recognizable property of theirs and just revamping it for, taking out the action and putting in more of a comedy. Though Ben 10 at least still seems to have action, while Powerpuff Girls 2016 doesn't. And so far the Ben 10 ones haven't been nearly as bad. But here's the thing about Ben 10 that kind of, at least the first series and this new series, and this goes back to Tara Strong. She's a phenomenal voice actor, very talented, but every person has their voices that they just kind of strike their ear in the wrong place. Like everyone does. And for me, Tara Strong's Ben 10 voice hits that bad place for me. When I was a kid, it didn't bother me as much, but now when I was like watching those ads, like and when it comes to ads for things aimed at children, they really take the worst of the show, where like the buzziest bits that kind of come off as the corniest and not a fun way, or just like really pandery, and just ugh. So that's what they're kind of doing with what they did with Ben 10, because or of course they need to make sure people know it's a comedy show, because Cartoon Network's doing that right now. I mean, I hope they're not slipping into another dark age, but it's looking like it. They escaped the previous one and had a lot of good shows to show for it, but we'll see what happens, because a lot of their hallmarks are kind of going away. Like they ended Regular Show, and Adventure Time, from what I hear, is approaching its last season. So now they're having this comedic Ben 10, and then Ben 10 had that voice. Like I was trying to watch it to get into it, and I do really like the voice acting for the aliens he turns into, and like the aliens are using like a lot of the hallmarks from the first Ben 10, like forearms, like Hot Streak, not Hot Streak, that's another character. Heat Blast, I forgot the name of the fire one. And then Cannonbolt. So they have those standbys, and they have some new ones, and I like how they did those voices and those designs. It's just when Ben 10 talks in human form, I just kind of want to tune it out. And then Gwen has much less of a personality, because it's a comedy show, so she's more, deadpan snarker, but not with anything really interesting to show for it, and just kind of more of like a really wet blanket. So I don't know what they're gonna do with her, because in the original show she eventually, started to, learn magic and gain some ability doing that. But this one, who knows what they're gonna do with her? It's just so far she's just kind of there as the foil to Ben, who's just really much more hyperactive and really kind of a lot more annoying. And then looks like the granddad is I don't think he has his secret government agency background in this reboot. He's much more, corny, grandparent in this. So I don't know, but I mean, they're just kind of like going like warp speed through all the villains too, like showing up all the villains and comedic lights, even like the creepy ass ones, like the zombie vampire clown one, I think. And it's just, yeah, cause like I don't know, it could get good. Like you could never judge a show too soon. Remember, Teen Titans Go started off some decent episodes before it got really bad. So we'll see what happens with this Ben 10 reboot. Just like I said, Ben 10 was never really my show. At least not my show enough for me to kind of keep following it. Again, we'll see what happens, but yeah. That's just really hard to get past that voice. I mean, Tara Strong, you're really talented, but I mean, Timmy Turner kind of got that way for me too, with just like that pitch was just like ooh, but the Very Loud Parents got crap anyway, so it's just again, that was a show very good in its heyday. Now it just feels like a parody of shows that have gone on too long. Just tragic, absolutely tragic. That's a conversation for another day. I may make a video for that at some point. We'll see. I'm in the wrong layer again. Because I did those lines on layer 6. I can't really use the grabby wand tool to kind of work this bit, so I'm going to have to do it by hand. Like the good old days. Alright. Hey, speaking of Powerpuff Girls 2016, there was a stretch of time where they weren't advertising it, and so I kind of just assumed it was canceled because it was not doing well. Not just because well, I'm not saying that because it sucked. I mean, it did suck, and it still sucks. But it wasn't performing well in the ratings. That they're still trying, even though. Even though they crossover Teen Titans Go. Well, actually, that episode wasn't that bad. Mostly because the Teen Titans Go Powerpuff Girls crossover was actually a lot of it worked, except for the stuff with Beast Boy and Cyborg because they ruin everything, especially Beast Boy. Screw him. Where's it going with this? Oh, but no, it worked because the Powerpuff Girls actually worked as really good straight men to the crappiness of the Teen Titans. Of Teen Titans Go. I always make that adjustment because if I say Teen Titans by itself, I feel like I'm addressing the good show. So yeah, and that's what's kind of interesting about. It's also brought something interesting, again about Powerpuff Girls and why this new one isn't working. Is that in the original Powerpuff Girls, no offense to the girls or anything about the show, it's just how it was back then. Where's it going? Okay. I really lost where I was going with this. Oh, right. Is that the Powerpuff Girls themselves never really had that much personality, like each girl individually. And they're still very entertaining to watch, but they were at their best when they had a more engaging personality to work off of, like Mojo Jojo, him, or the Gangrene Gang, whoever had a lot of good comedic bits to them. The girls themselves, not they were unfunny. It's just they were very kind of simple in their characters. Blossom was the leader, Bubbles was the girly girl, Buttercup was the tomboy, and so on and whatnot. Yeah. Um, but aside from that, there wasn't too much. Okay, let me just see if I get the right color for this. I want. Make sure I get the right one. Getting the wrong one. Here we go. I might go with a lighter color. We'll see. Okay. Probably might pull up in the lighter color just to have it available and check. I like to keep my colors consistent across pictures. At least try it that way. Alright. Okay, trying to cross back, pulling back the wires. Where am I going? Oh yeah, so the Powerpuff Girls, they themselves were fine, but they needed the personality to work off of. And they didn't and they sure didn't have that in the reboot, when a lot of the good villains were sidelined and they got, crappy new villains. Or the villains that did come back were very limited in their roles and didn't have their charm. Like Mojo Jojo in the new series is way less interesting. And then they have the absolute tragedy that is. No, I shouldn't. I've heard mixed. I don't know where you guys stand on this. If you're watching this live or you're watching this on YouTube, what do you? I don't know if you've heard Princess's new voice. She didn't bother me in the first show, and she doesn't bother me in this show. But I've heard arguments for which one's worse. So I'm not. I don't have. I don't. I'm fine with both. I don't care. But other people do. I was kind of curious what you think of it, because I personally have not been bothered by either one. I didn't know. I mean, kind of like the first Princess did have that whiny pitch to it, but that worked for the character. This new one is just kind of more like Mean Girls-y. It's just kind of like the only person I'm really bothered by is the new Buttercups, just because just seems like they're trying way too hard to make her a tomboy and very kind of and it just really just comes off as transparent in how it's executed. So yeah. And again, you can color in some mist pixels. All right. I might go with a blue for the straps. Not sure yet. All right. So many shows I need to talk about in like full videos and such. Just giving my 2 cents. Love doing reviews. Yeah, I do need to make more scripted content. It just, oh, who has the time? But yeah. Feeling the groove. Feeling the groove. Yeah, it's one of my jam songs. Again, lyrically, that's quite a bit to be desired. No offense, please. But, I do really like this song. Just so much pomp and energy to it. Turn the lights on. Okay. Fun. Alright. Ooh, wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? That's wrong. Okay. Meant to get the eraser. I want to do a little something for the background. I did do a bridge, part of a bridge. I was like a part in the background once. Don't know how well I can recreate one kind of with the quickness here. I just suck at backgrounds, but really need to get better at them. So I need to take the time to actually just draw a background like with the pencil first, and then just do that for the image. Not worry about the character in the foreground that I'm much more interested in doing. Yeah. Yep. Hopefully next week I'll do another gaming stream. Maybe something new. We'll see how I get things set up. I think I should have some more time next weekend to get something set. Other than Skyrim, just easy. They're just easy standby. I got the color there. I can finally get to drawing the face. Alright, here we go. Get back to the line art layer. Get the pencil. Not pencil. Pen. I want... So I'm drawing this character as close to the guy's style as I can get. Should pull up the reference, but I didn't save it on this computer. Let me pull up a picture of the guy's drawn. Let me see here. See if I can get that reference. There it is. This is the guy's style. It's just such incredible line art. But he's finally getting to digital coloring, but usually he does pen ink only. That's something with pen. So that's like a bear replica of the bear character. I was gonna go with that brown, but I'm pretty sure this is pastel color scheme is not exactly typical. I don't know. I have to ask him about that. If you're watching or watch later, just send me a note mentioning your preference. Yeah, very detailed style. All right. Back to what I was doing. All right. I want to use fast. Gave not really like angry boss look as much as just kind of intrigued yet irritated guy. Though as a bear, it's still pretty intimidating because he's, well, a bear. And he's meant to, be a famous warrior badass from Legends, so. Because dang, that legend gets kind of weird. Oh, I mean, well, it's part of story. Yeah, I need to read further into the legend. I just know like that fight scene's the one most people remember as like most often referenced. Referenced so much that I didn't know it the first time I watched it, but reading back about it, they even made like an episode allusion to that whole find the bridge in episode Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, which is weird blast from the past there. How you think of it's up to you, but I'm one that's not a fan. It's kind of like the first time in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where I just thought to myself, you know what, I'm too good for this. No offense to the fans, no offense. But that just that's when I lost patience. not help that I grew up on the dub. The 4Kids dub of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Did a good job of selling it, even though the dialogue was, you know, really, really watered down, really, really whitewashed and edited. But, with the performances and the score, they really tried to sell it as epic. Interestingly, when they transitioned to Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, every change they made just made everything seem cheaper and dumber, like Saved by the Bell of card games, and which when the serious interdimensional occult stuff started happening, that's just the distance was just like a freaking valley, it's just enormous. Yeah, another big thing to talk about. Oh yeah, but so the episode, it was the episode that where Tyranno Hasselberry, yes, that's the name of the character, teamed up with finally teamed up with the main characters, taking Chumley's place after Chumley went on to work in Industrial Illusions, designing cards or something. Just looking back, Tyranno Hasselberry, UGX, I don't know what again, I haven't followed the show since, really. Just here and there, just what's going on, like peeking through the drapes. Not drape, well, yeah. And just how weird it got in GX with the character designs. Part of it was dub, part of it was the original, but I don't know how they did that. But for some reason, the dub people, because I kind of feel for them in a way, for this character in particular, because how do you spin? Oh, okay. Fun little exercise here. Just a moment. Yeah. How do you make this work when it's dinosaur-themed cards and you go with a southern accent military guy, and just does that work for anyone? Okay, sorry, gosh, I'm going out of my mind. Turned into more of a rant stream than I was planning, but incoherent thoughts and just stream of consciousness just firing on all cylinders. Just really hot for it. Okay. Also, I'm really hot right now. I need to turn the fan on. Doing this on layer 6 with the details. Not really sure what these bits are. I'm not sure they're supposed to be on the original design of the character, the human character, because it's originally a human character that he gave a bear form to. And I do not know, because I forgot to ask him what these circles are for. I assume they're zits, but I don't want to be. I don't know. Okay. All right. Where was I going with this? All right. Let's just make. Oh wait, wrong layer. I mean, how does he do his eyebrows? Okay, just like that. Okay. Let's make the eyebrows black for now. This is a dinosaur-themed deck, yet mixing that and military and the design, and so like 4Kids, I just how can you make that work? And they didn't make it work, but they did what they could, or I'm not even sure I could really make that work. And again, that character got really annoying fast, and his backstory is an episode Courage the Cowardly Dog. Yes, it is. Google it. Not literally an episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog, but it's Like, they ripped off an episode of Courage Kelly Dog to make this character's backstory, is what I'm saying. He never appeared himself in Courage Kelly Dog, but it's definitely something that happened in that show happened to him. I mean, no, sorry. Just having fun. Also, I did not know what this guy's eye color is. Oh, okay, I can always change it. Right. Go with a blue for now. Scare's almost always in black and white. I do not know how to go here. Let's see here. Ah, the rhythm's got me again. Okay. I was gonna do the background, but this ended up taking longer than I wanted it to. I still need to do a few more things. Samurai Jack's coming up soon, and I don't want to distract from that. I want to make sure I watch it, and you all too. So, at least I got the flat color done. Mostly. And I'm so glad you got. Oh, let me make sure I get the teeth though. Need to work on the eyes a bit too. I'll do that afterwards. I'll hopefully get finished in the next few days. Maybe even tomorrow if I'm quick enough. Because I do want to add a background. I'm still not satisfied with that shade of brown. I'll have to come back to that. Okay. Well, I think that's it for tonight. I really want to thank everyone for watching, live or on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter for updates on new videos, and subscribe on YouTube. Gaming Genji on YouTube, @Gaming Genji on Twitter, and you can check out my art, Super Genji on DeviantArt, and on my Tumblr, Gaming Genji Tumblr. Right, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.